Hi, I'm Margie Holmes, psychologist, author, and educator. For the next 2 weeks, we'll discuss the profiles of a potential cheater. Are there types of men and women who are more likely than others to cheat on their partners? For this episode, we'll focus on the men. Many of you said insecure guys tend to be unfaithful. Cherry Agutaya says men who are cheaters are full of insecurities because they need someone else to boost their inflated egos. They have to step on someone just to feel superior. Ivy adds, he will be very possessive of you, demanding that you report your every move. Antonio Peyang, those who have an overblown sense of self-entitlement are usually the cheaters. That is, they feel they're somehow owed something by their significant other that they're not getting, and they're entitled to get it from somebody else. But some of you said to also be wary of the friendly ones. Ricky Maramba says, men who are abnormally chivalrous are likely to cheat. While Cherry Agutaya says, I think guys who are too friendly and have too many female friends are most likely to cheat. They are also good with words. Oh, Cherry, you are absolutely right. So women, please look out for those who are super bolero. Bert Kibuyan, I think most normal guys will cheat if given the opportunity. What prevents him from exercising promiscuity are factors like a loving relationship, his environment, culture, perhaps occupation, religiosity, lack of opportunity, etc. Bert continues, how can you tell if a guy is cheating? It's hard to tell with some guys, but others may be more obvious. Like, for example, improving on their physical appearance by wearing nice clothes and working out, frequent nights out with the boys, too many business lunches or out-of-town business trips, phone calls during odd hours, unexplained bank transactions and credit card charges, etc. Generally, if a partner's behavior changes from the usual, that should be a red flag. But many of you, women especially, gave lists of warning signs. For example, Tammy Tam, who includes among many other signs, inconsistent with stories and details, always change whenever you ask to tell again a story of his or her trip. He hides phones or deletes any messages right after he reads them. He doesn't want to go to certain places with you, afraid that he'll be recognized. He goes out frequently with people whose names you've never heard before. Either he's always irritable of your smallest flaws, or he's too nice for comfort, always finds excuses to go out. Pishi says, it's hard to profile who's likely to cheat. Pishi continues, let's face it, both men and women do it. It's hard to tell until one comes home with sordid evidence left on their bodies after a sexual encounter. For emotional evidence, it's hard to tell when the couple is actually having problems before cheating. Anonymous adds, based on my experience, I don't think we can profile a cheater. I know someone who's an introvert, doesn't have close friends, and refuses to socialize. But lo and behold, he cheated with a common friend. I never expected that to happen since he is the quiet type. He not only cheated once, but twice, and he lied a few times too. Well, thank you for all of you who made comments, and those who are listening, did you notice anything with the answers given? I'll tell you, okay? None of you blame the other woman or the other man, because I don't want to be heterosexist here, and men can actually cheat with other men, right? And I think this is a very good sign, especially if you are the ones wronged, because while it hurts much less and it is much easier to distance yourself by blaming the other woman, the other man, it is probably a better idea to explore what went wrong between you and your partner. This does not mean that the person cheated on or the cheatee has to take all the blame. And sometimes, it is even possible that the person cheated on has no blame or practically no blame at all. I mean, let's face it, some guys are really a-holes, but it does not mean, even if they are, but you can escape from examining your reality accurately and stepping up to the plate. Because after all, your reality might be that you seem to have a pattern constantly picking cheaters. Like there's a martyr complex somewhere. Well, that's it for today. Jump in the discussion by commenting below. Do you agree, disagree, want to suggest something else? Next week, we'll discuss the ladies, this time, the profile of women who cheat on their partners. Send your questions, comments, or suggestions for future episodes on Facebook, tweet using the hashtag AskMargie, or send an email to askmargie@rappler.com. See you next week!